Okay, hello learners. So today I'm going to do a little bit of revision with you, seeing that you are writing soon. So we're going to start off with revision of words. I decided just to use just a normal Word document that was already pre-saved on my laptop. So let's look at some of the features that you need to know, not only for this term, but then also for the rest of the year that forms part of your curriculum content of your ATP document. Okay, so let's start off by looking at some features that you haven't done all that much in grade 10. So it's new things, not that new, but for some it might be brand new. So let's look at inserting a cover page. Okay, so the insert cover page will be found on your ribbon. So you'll go to insert, you'll say cover page, and then you will see which one you will choose. Maybe I will ask you to use the filigree one. Maybe I'll ask you to use your own one. Then you can choose whatever you want there. For the sake of this document, I'm just going to use the slice. Okay, so as you can see, it is nicely inserted. Now remember, the thing with a cover page is there's a couple of things that you need to take note of. The first thing is that it won't have a page number. Okay, so if you look here at the bottom, it says page 1 of 6. Okay, so included in your document, there is 6 pages, but the cover page is included in these 6 pages. Okay, so it will be part of the 6, it's counted as the number, but it will not show the actual page number. So your page 1 is actually going to start on this page. Okay, so while we are busy with that, you will see there's already page numbers. So let's say I've asked you to make use of the page numbers and you must now number. Let's make the document like this so that you can see. So basically, looking at this version of the zoom in, you can see that there is 6 pages. Let's say we want the first four. So after the cover page, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We want that to be numbered in a bold type page number. Okay, so I'll literally just go double click, or I can go insert and I say go to my footer, because at the moment it is in the footer. Okay, so I took that out because I actually want a new one. But if you didn't want to delete it like that, you could have just said I want another one. I actually want a new style. What did I say? Bold number. Okay, let's take the bold number 3. Can you see it's changed? And can you see it's page 1 of 5? It actually doesn't count the cover page, although in the document it counts it. Okay, so the document has 6, but it's obviously 1 of 5. Okay, so now remember, I said the last page shouldn't be included. Let's say that's part of the bibliography, or you want to put pictures in it, or there's a chart. It's not part of the actual pages, or you've got an index of words that you a glossary. Okay, then you'll have to make sure that this page is in its own section. So you're going to put your cursor in front of graph. You're going to go to layout. You're going to say break, and you're actually going to use the next page one. Okay, you're not going to insert a new page. You're not going to use a column page. You're going to say next page. Okay, so although you can't see that there's a page sitting in, you have to obviously go to home and make sure your paragraph setting is on so that you can see that. Okay, so once I go now and I double click and I deleted my page numbers, then you can see it doesn't influence the previous section. Okay, I can always say I actually don't want it to link to it, so I want to unlink it. So can you see it goes away there, like you should have known and been shown in class. Now, let's say I want the page number to actually be the Roman alphabet or an alphabetic letter. Then I'll have to go to format page numbers. Remember, there's 2 different styles now I can choose. I can actually choose a specific style over here. Okay, large, colored, 2 bars, etc. In other words, how it looks. Then at formatting page number, I can choose if it needs to be a number format, or should it be a alphabet, etc. Okay, now you would have seen that it gave me that option of, listen, you can't do that, it must start at 1. So I'll just say I actually don't want it to start at 0, I want to start it at A, or I can choose the Roman alphabet. And can you see now, once I insert it there, I think it actually inserted in the, okay, then I'll just have to say, just insert the number there. Can you see it's changed? Okay, so I've chosen my format, but choosing the format doesn't necessarily say it's going to be there. You'll have to first say also, but put it in there. Okay, so that's how you will make different page numbers. And then obviously you've got your other design options. When you're inserting your, remember you have to be in your header or your footer to get the design toolbar of your header and footer tools, and there you can also choose for it to be different, etc. That different first page will automatically be different because it is a cover page. Okay, coming back to the cover page, remember this is all form fields. It's fields, and you're obviously going to have to do a lot of this in your pattern, understanding what all the fields are. Okay, so you're literally just going to type in there, let's say this is the tourist info on the Taj Mahal. Okay, if you don't know what the Taj Mahal is, go and Google it. It's actually a very nice love story. And I'm just going to say the tourist attractions, for instance. Okay, for an example, in your path, you'll say you'll have your title as your computer applications path, and then you'll have to go into that and change the, let's say if the subtitle was your topic that you chosen. Okay, we'll do this with you in class if you don't know this at the moment. But just remember as well that you can actually go and put in then your quick parts, okay, which is the different field. Okay, and then your school and your grade needs to be in there, and then you need to know that you have to go to the document information, and you'll have then your different doc properties, like the company in this case will be your school. Okay, and then your author will be you, that will be the person that's obviously doing the path. Okay, so that's inserting a cover page and making sure that it doesn't have that page number and the different numbers on the document. Okay, then I'm going to scroll down to the last page, and or the second last page, and I want you to look at the fees. Okay, so let's say these are the structures of the fees, and let's say I've asked you in the exam for your numbering to look like this. Okay, so I'm quickly going to do it without explaining so that you can just have a sense of what I want. Okay, so let's quickly make that. Okay, let's make more 3 of those. Okay, take that back, take that into a third level. Okay, then I'm quickly just gonna screenshot that for you so that we can work from there. Okay, so there's my screenshot so that you can see what I want. I'm gonna make it tight so that it can move around. Okay, and now I'm just want to take this off completely. Okay, let's just change the paragraph settings again to 0. Okay, and that one as well. It slipped out there by some chance. Now I use the revise your settings as well. Okay, so there is how I've asked it, for instance, in an exam. So I'm giving you this in the exam paper, and I'm telling you, please make use of multi-level numbering or numbering options to make it look like this. Now, the first thing I want to explain to you is you need to be able to see how many levels of numbering there is before you can do anything else. Okay, so how do I see that? I see that by looking at the alignment. Now I'm going to make use of this line to show you that is both level 1. Can you see that? So the number 1 and number 2 is level 1. Okay, then I can draw another line under A and B. If I go straight, there's nothing else. So it's only those two that's going to be in level 2. Okay. And then I've got another level going, and it's the Roman alphabet that's in level 3. So basically, each time it's indented, okay, move to the left, you need to see that each time it goes from one level, so that's level 1, okay, and that's going to be level 2. Let's just make it another color. Okay, so the blue is level 1. All of those are level 1. Then we've got level 2. And then we've got a level 3. Can you see each time the arrows move in a little bit more? Okay, so the orange displays then level 3. Okay, now remember, after level 3, it can go back to a level 2 again. So you need to make sure that you understand the settings of automated multi-level numbering. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to make sure that you highlight all of the words or the paragraphs or the lines that needs to go into multi-level numbering that you need to apply it to. You're going to choose under your home ribbon for the multi-level numbering, and you're going to say you want to define a new list. Okay, you saw on there's going to be 3 lists. Okay, now the first line needs to be a 1 and a full stop. Can you see by clicking on that one, it's not. At the moment, it's 1 and a bracket. So I need to delete that bracket manually and put in a full stop. That goes for the second level as well. Second level is AB. So the numbers I can choose there. If it needed to be something else, I had to choose it there. Again, you're not going to delete anything, and manually you're going to put the full stop by using your keyboard. And then 3 is again not a bracket but a full stop. Okay, and that's level 3. Then nothing else has been asked to set. So you're just going to say, okay. Now you need to start at level 1. Okay, that remember you need to start at the blue level. Everything is going to be at the blue level. Now to get a number from the blue to the green, you have to have a look now. Can you see that the A of adult has changed from a level 1 into a level 2? So you're going to know that that needs to go into a level 2 by increasing your indent. So you're literally going to go whoop. Okay. The third one also needs to be going into, so don't worry too much about what's standing there. Just have a look. The second line, actually the third line from the top also needs to go into level 2. Okay. So what you also can do, if you see there's more than one, you can actually highlight both. Okay, and then you can click it and it takes both, or you can do it manually individually. Okay, the second one is correct. Then can you see the one below family of 4 is again all 3 of those. I'm going to mark all 3. It's not on level 2, it's on level 3. So I'm going to click it again, and then obviously you can move backwards as well. Okay, so this is a very handy tool when it comes to multi-level numbering. Okay, so that's multi-level numbering. Let's quickly have a look at the next option that you need to also know in with regards to the content of the curriculum. You need to obviously also be able to make use of find and replace, which is in the home ribbon. The other things that the alignments, left align, center, right align, justification, that's all grade 10 work. Okay, it's part of revision, but I'm not going to do it now as of such. The replace is also not something new, but what I'm going to show you now is new for grade 11. Okay. So remember, with find and replace, it's always good to just start at the beginning of your document, just to make sure that it's searched downwards. Okay, then you're going to go to your home ribbon and you're going to say replace. Now, let's say you had to look for a word like visitor. You would type in visitor. Okay, remember, if it's not supposed to be all caps, you shouldn't type it in all caps. Let's say you had to place it with tourist, so you can type in a different name, or you can type in the same name, the same word. Okay, and then you can also choose the find whole words exactly. Like, remember last year I taught you, like, say for instance you want male, then you don't want the male in female to be marked. Okay, let me quickly explain what I'm trying to say. So let's say you've got the word female. Okay, when you are finding and replacing the word male, you don't want that part to be replaced. Okay, you only want words that's standing separately as male. Okay, and then that is where that whole words only come in. Okay, now the format option you did last year was your font. You played around with bold and thin. So whatever you are finding in the first place, the visitor will be edited according to the formats. Okay, and then I think maybe you touched on styles as well. Okay, don't think as much, but I did just scroll over it. Now, something that comes along this year and in grade 12 is the special find and replace. Now, those special um, settings are found when you click on the special button, and I want you to make yourself familiar with these things. There's a section break, there's a non-breaking space, etc. Run through this on your own revision time. So when I say, for instance, please take all the column breaks, okay, I'm just choosing something, and replace it with an option hyphen. Okay, what I'm doing is probably not even going to replace anything, but I just want you to realize that you need to go and look at the special characters when something like that is asked in the exam. Okay, and then the last thing that is a little bit of grade 10 work combined with grade 11 is your watermarks. Okay, so watermarks coming from last year was obviously found under the design ribbon there, or the button. And we looked at watermarks, okay, and we said that we are actually, I remember I gave you that galaxies, and you got it in your theory, and we did a custom watermark later on as well. Now that was a picture watermark. So I'm just going to quickly touch base with the other one. So please go and revise this on your own time. Select your picture. You're going to work offline. You're going to choose one, etc. And then you can choose for it either to be a washout or not by clicking that. Now the text watermark is basically these texts. Let's say you are, when you do something on Shutterstock, when you want to buy a photo, this Shutterstock is at the back, okay, with a frame or something. So it makes it a bit difficult for you just to copy it, okay, when you want to make it look nice somewhere else. So you want that background to be removed. So that's how they do it basically. Okay, not necessarily always working with word processing, but when you do use word as your formatting tool or as your editing typing program, then this is how you do it. Okay, let's say you want all the visitors that was already paid for the tour to say paid at the back, okay, of their tickets. You're going to put in the text as paid, okay, and then you can say, do you want it to be horizontal? Remember, a line horizontal is literally how you're going to draw a line from left to right. Diagonal is from the center of the screen over there. I think in hockey those players know a lot about diagonal because that's mostly how you will move the ball from one to another. Okay, so there is the paid at the back. Okay, so for now, that is Word. So in our next video, we will carry on then looking at some more features of Excel.